Hi, it's Matt. Lately I've gotten to playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. Look, it's me. Usually I have my Switch hooked up to the TV to play on a bigger screen. That means that this Switch dock has to be placed behind the TV, where we can't show off the cool design of the dock, or it sits on the ground, which is not ideal. What if we make a character-themed stand to elevate and hold the Switch dock? I'm not sure why this is the case. I'm always shocked at the scale of a model once it's printed out. I know that the figure has X dimensions, yet seeing it in front of me and not on a screen just feels different. First, I glued the subparts together with epoxy. I also used a hot glue gun because I was running out of epoxy. Then I applied Bondo to the surface, which is all this red stuff. Using sandpaper, we can smooth out any rough edges, imperfections, and layer lines, as much as we can till our hands get tired. Reminder to please wear a respirator because you don't want to get these forbidden tiny Bondo spices inside your body. Maybe there are more precautions I should take, but that's what I do at a bare minimum. Now that we've smoothed out the sculpture, it's time to prime it. I used some white spray primer to cover the entire surface of the sculpture. This is going to help the colorful paint adhere better and provide a nice finish. With every coat of primer, I tend to notice little imperfections from the Bondo sanding phase, so I go over those areas again with some additional sanding and Bondo touch-ups. I applied a bunch of masking tape to isolate the areas I want to be brownish for the base coat. While the brown paint is wet, it kinda looks like a piece of chocolate. Maybe I'm just craving sweets. I planned on painting the rest by hand, but then I realized I have an airbrush that I've used maybe once or twice in the past. I think this is a good opportunity to get more comfortable with using it, and using an airbrush on a pretty large model is not stressful. The benefit of using the airbrush is that we can get these smooth gradients more easily. Although when it comes to painting, I have no idea if I'm doing things correctly, so if any of you watching are more experienced, please let me know what I'm doing wrong. I knew what I did wrong here. Because I wanted to have the Animal Crossing grass look, I put a coat of green acrylic paint onto the satin and pretty smooth brown paint. But the green paint wasn't able to adhere well, and I also don't think it was fully dried, so I peeled it right off. In addition, I wasted all my time making triangles with masking tape when I could have just cut out a stencil. Oh well, you learn from your mistakes. I also learned that acrylic paint dries a little darker because of water loss or something along those lines. So I could have painted the light green triangles with an even brighter shade. For the clothing, I used a mix of brush painting and using the airbrush. Painting with the brush gave me thicker, more opaque coats, and the airbrush could step in for shading and making things look prettier. I have no confidence in painting leaves by hand, and this was the best I could do, so don't look too closely. Here, I'll scale down the video so you can't even see the leaves. The last little touches were applying some pink to the ears, brown for the buttons, and some orangey paint for the iconic Animal Crossing leaf emblem on the shirt. Now we can glue all the parts together. I put too much epoxy in the hole and some of it got displaced to the top surface. Whoops. While the glue dries, I use the sandbag to apply pressure on the top. What happened to Timmy, you might ask? I got busy and also a little lazy, so I haven't had a chance to finish painting and printing out all the parts for him. Hopefully I can get to it soon. Who knows, with all the incomplete projects I have. Now we can set him up next to my TV and plug in all the wires. There are these channels on the figure to help with wire management. It was a good touch to keep the area looking clean. Looks good. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing if you liked what you saw, and see you in the next project.